What up, y'all? We live. A lot of people been saying they want to talk and chop it up with me. I'm opening up the doors. Few things to talk about today. Let a few people slide in. Big shouts out to everybody that's been supporting the Street Knowledge Podcast. Your boy, Big Boosie, man. Appreciate y'all. A lot to talk about out there, man. A lot going on out there in our mean streets. Real crazy out there right now. First I hit y'all up and we chop it up. What's going on out there, YouTube? First off, I want to say a big shout out to 139, the Beat139, for having me on. I'm back like I never left. I had to record one, a quick one, just right after, doing the interview with them. We talked about a lot of interesting things. A lot of things that's going on out there with our youth. Mainly, a lot of them not getting that right chastising at home. That's where it begins at, man. That's where it starts at. We can say we want to talk to the youth all day, every day. And like I always say, out of 10 of them, we'll probably only get 1, maybe 2 that really want to listen. It's okay. We got forever to keep trying and trying. Maybe them 1 or 2 will go out and spread the the positivity amongst themselves, their peers. They'll listen quicker than they would just listen to us. Now, like I always say too, we tell our stories of what we done back in the days when we was out there selling that poison. So the youth can understand that we only telling it to you so you would respect that somebody that has been there, done that, is telling this to you. Because if somebody else say it and they think that that person haven't really been there, done that, they're gonna wonder what they need to listen to that person for. How would they know? They never been there. So it's not glorifying those stories. It's just telling the stories. And you gotta keep it real. A lot of these stories that a lot of cats is telling is interesting. It's interesting stories, how people actually done things and made things happen in the process of hustling on the come up, because a lot of these guys that's rich with a lot of big successful companies used to be big drug dealers of some sort. And if you can maneuver like that illegally and duck the police and do it on a large scale for a long amount of time, for years, imagine what you can do with a company. And a lot of people has great success behind that. They put their business right behind that. That's a fact. Salute, bro. You finally caught it. That's what's up. So yeah, big shout out to 139 The Beat for having me up there. I mean the Beat 139. We had good, interesting conversation. Because our youth in the streets is messed up out there, man. And they don't want to listen to nobody but themselves. And that's what we're going to get into also. Because they saying, which we didn't even really discuss up there about, and I meant to get into it, about it ain't just the parenting, it's the it's that music, that demon time music, that drill music that they paying attention to. And then sometimes you really can't even blame it on music. If their mental was right, they would know that that's just music. That nobody's really living that life, but you paint a picture so vivid through these videos and that music, they think that that's really real reality. Then it takes me back to say, yo, well, we used to watch Western movies when they shoot and kill, karate movies, breaking people up, killing them. We ain't go out try to dictate that with the swords and stabbing people and all that. That's what's crazy. But the internet is wide open and got our people messed up out there, man. So I want to shout out to 139 The Beat. I had to come back, immediately get on this joint, talk to the people out there. A lot of people been saying they had questions for me and wanted to chop it up with me. I'm on deck. Wait for a few more people to get in. Is this what we do? Who that? People's 210? 210. Big respect, man. Salute, man. Got a lot of big things going on. I got the YSL president of the South coming down. They still working over there, even though they going through, you know, the sad time with Young Thug being incarcerated. They still working as a company. They have to. Can't stop making money, making moves. So we're looking for the next big artist for the South. We want to know who's hot, who's not. We're doing a big Independence Day. All the independent labels bring your artists. We're going to network, and we want to see if y'all got the skills to either team up with YSL, or if there's an artist out there that's hot, they got that next big it factor, I'm bringing YSL to North Carolina. And we looking for that next one. It's my pleasure to be a part of the YSL movement. Shout out to my boy Big Rock. Rock, what up? I see you. We about to make this thing happen, baby boy. I'm shooting some new movies. It's getting ready to go crazy. We gearing up right now, putting the team together, the ADs, and you know, the film crew, the sound team. We're putting it all together, and we're gonna be doing a big casting call real soon, man. All my actors out there that want to get their acting on. We're looking for the right people, and we don't know where it's gonna go at yet. Tubi, Peacock, Netflix, but it's going somewhere large and major. We're trying to create that next big star. That next big actor, that next big actress. Not only that, we want to get some people some jobs, get them something to do. Even if you got to hold a boom mic. Even if you got to help with wardrobe. Even if you're nice with doing makeup. That's what we creating. Y'all hear more about it. It's coming real soon, people. So yeah, I had a good time. at 139, the Beat139, I'm sorry. Touched on a lot of things. I seen a few of my friends from childhood up in there supporting that movement. Um, it's good when the bros get together, man. It's good when we all can be on the same page, because we all once was young and doing crazy things. But we was young. We didn't know no better. We only did what we seen our older peers do. And back then it wasn't nobody really putting us in our place. And not only that, we didn't understand the knowledge of going to jail that easy, and getting a lot of time and being gone for that long. And see, that is one of the structures we talked about of why these young kids is out here wilding, because a lot of the fathers was gone, taken out of the homes. Now, some of them did wrong, so they had to answer to it. That's why that snitch thing was actually talked about a lot up there as well, because a lot of people did their time then. Back then, you would get your head took off, if not put in the grave, for snitching. Even the people that was just innocent bystanders, just the local people that lived in the neighborhoods, wasn't even talking to the police back then. So a lot of guys got sent to jail without the know-how and the understanding of the law, and they play them games with us. They playing them games with us right now to this day. Jump out on you, violate you. They're not supposed to search you. They're not supposed to jump out on you. We have constitutional rights. And when they do that, after they finish violating your rights, they tell you don't come around back over here no more, depending on wherever you at. And then you might ask them why. I've heard this recently. Why? First thing they're gonna say is because you trespassing. They cannot trespass you. Only a person there, and you have to commit a crime on that property for even one of the people that, if they have a store out there, to trespass you. And they have to call the police with a reasonable explanation of trespassing you or what you did wrong, just because they don't like you and like how you look, or you might have walked in their store backwards and they didn't like that. And I'm just making an example. So I want to trespass them? No, you can't do that. But a lot of our brothers been locked up for years, and a lot of these brothers is coming home now, but their kids is lost, far gone, and really don't want to listen to the parents at this point in time, or the parent that's been gone, because they feel they've been fending for themselves for this long, or even fending for themselves with the mother there in the household and the father was gone. So a lot of things, man, a lot of things our culture need to tighten up on. And we know we can't save everybody, but we got time to do that, to add into whatever we do in our curricular activity. It's not a problem. So a lot of things was talked about up there, and I got a chance to meet the guy, Soul B. I've been, hearing a lot about him. He's great friends of mine, one of my friends, my child friend, my brother Stein. Stein is a brother that just came home, and he spoke highly of Soul B. So it was a pleasure to meet that brother, and he did his interview right after I did mine on the Beat 139, and I actually got a chance to look at some of it, but I did because I left from there, got right back on the highway. And see, that's what go-getter mean when you're about something. Jumped on the highway, went from North Carolina up there to do my interview with them, jumped back on the highway from New York, and now I'm back like I never left. And I wanted to get up here and talk with my people. With my people that support the street knowledge movement, man. Cause I'm always give it to you real. I don't gotta make nothing up. I'm not here for clout chasing. I wanna earn my keep. I wanna earn my followers the right way. I want my followers to interact with me, teach me some stuff. That's what street knowledge is all about. It don't mean no street so you can hustle and sell drugs and do whatever the street know. The knowledge, street knowledge. Learn how to maneuver out there with um, around them corrupt police. Learn some laws just in case they ever bother you. You could speak that law and let them know you know. But a lot of police don't even know the law, man. I've been watching a lot of these shows on YouTube, and a lot of these cats, a lot of these regular people that know about law start spitting the law to them, and they'll tell you, no, this is how it goes. They make their own law. The police make their own law. They not even trained for law. They just train to escalate a problem, which they supposed to train them to de-escalate a problem, but they don't. And always keep the cameras rolling. They pull up on you, start your camera rolling. Because either way, they're going to try you and do wrong. So if they do wrong, at least you got it on camera. Start going in these court system and placing these lawsuits. That's the only way. We're going to at least start getting some results from that. So we got to learn a lot of knowledge, man. And knowledge of how to open up a business. A lot of people don't know that. How to get your LLC license. To go ahead and get out there and just create something. One thing and one reason why a lot of people like to hustle and sell drugs, because the money comes faster. You'll spend $1,000 a day to buy you some drugs. Quick example. You want to at least make that 1,000 back and your profit all in one. So now you're doing something, you go back and spend another 1,000 and get the same profit. That's how you get money fast. But it just take them one time to catch you. That all that money that you made go down the drain because you got to pay for lawyers, you got to pay for bail. If you do have to, if the case go longer, the lawyer gonna want more money. And see, we didn't learn that when we was growing up. We was blinded. We was getting so much money. We ain't worried about that. We bail right out as soon as we get caught. If we get caught, we ain't scared to go to jail. What? Who cares? And that's not the case. The real case is get a business. And if you ever take a business class, the first thing you're going to know or learn is that the average business take 2 years before you even start seeing a profit. So now you got to go ahead and open your business up. You got to get up every day, make yourself busy, and keep working and pushing that business. If you only sold 5 bags of potato chips in one day and you spent $1,000 on a whole bunch of inventory, get up the next day and keep selling them bags until you gain more people to come to your store or to your snack truck, wherever you may have you. And I'm just giving examples. It might be a clothing store. You get up every day and you market. You put it somewhere where people can see. As far as when I say put it somewhere, you put your business out there as far as marketing is concerned. You market your business. You let people know you're going to be on so-and-so street or your store's on whatever street it's on. Y'all want to come through. We got the best deals. You got to keep doing that because it lasts long out here. And then, you know, when you start seeing a little profit, you just got to budget your money. You can still go on trips and buy a bottle or two and all that. You don't have to ball out of control. I spent $30,000 last night. Well, yeah, I spent $20,000-$40,000 throwing singles at the girls at a strip club. All that's ignorant. I'm not mad at the girls' hustle. I don't want the fantasy that they selling. I go to strip club, have me some drinks, chill with my boys, whatever. Now, I might throw a couple dollars because I want to respect their hustle. I'm in there, so I'm going to do that. But I'm not going to live outside of my means of throwing money. But I am gonna pay homage to the ladies that's dancing, because a lot of the ladies in there too is dancing to actually pay for school, and some of them have no choice. They gotta pay for rent to keep a roof over their head for kids. So it's a must. Sometime for stripping, it's still entertainment. You go to a concert, they entertain you. You ain't throwing up a bunch of dollars. You already spent it at the door. But you know, it's a different type of hustle. So I get it. I'm gonna start doing these lives a lot. Cause like homie said, he finally caught my live, and a lot of people don't know when. So I'm gonna start doing them. I'm gonna pick a certain day and a certain time every once a week or maybe twice a week. It just depends on how good it's going, so we can have interaction and have conversations, man, because I want to see what's on people's mind. I be getting a lot of, you know, bogey comments. I don't care about the comments. Say what you want to say. But I'm gonna always give it to you real. Everybody always gonna have their own opinion about things, about the topic at hand that we discussing. So I get it. But a lot of people be doing a lot of comments that's about nothing. Ignorant. They just want to comment just to see they comment up there. See, all that silly stuff as well, man. That's part of our culture, being ignorant. But yeah, a lot of things is coming up, y'all. Y'all get ready, man. I'm trying to put a lot of people in position. I want to teach a few people a lot of things. I want to get with these young kids. We're going to start at 13 on up. I want to do 13 because they are more advanced. Not saying a 12-year-old not advanced as far as counting money and having the understanding as far as how we're going to be doing it. It's going to have a understanding of their mental should be developed enough to know how to sell whatever we sell. So for instance, I might get 5 teenagers. We're gonna supply them with either snacks or clothing, set the tables up for them. We might, hit flea markets, and they can do it every weekend when they're not in school. And we're gonna teach them how to interact with people and make sales, and show them how to deal with people to actually make the sale if a person not interested. Or if a person is interested but iffy about buying it. You can say the right words to them that'll make them stop them in their tracks, and you got to convince them that this is what you need right here. Or if you're hungry, this is what you need to eat right here. So we want to teach these kids that. It's called a Memph program. Mentor Entrepreneurship Program is what we're doing. Memph, M-E-P. So that's in the making. And they get to go home with some money. They can have some money in their pockets, and they can decide what they want to do with it. Spend it on junk, or buy some clothes for school, or save it and put it towards something that they want to do later on in the future. So all of these is what we're going to be doing. And then we'll probably have classes where we sit them down before we even go out in the field to actually sell merchandise for them to make money, so they can have a good concept of what this actually is and what it's actually about, and the benefits that it's going to have for them in the future. That's what it's all about. Shout out to my team. Q from Plugged In TV. Shannon from Shannon's office. Shadira. She give y'all that Shadira effect. She'll be back soon. She been taking care of a few things family wise, but she'll be back. But anytime if we call, she'll be there front and center if need be. So Y'all look out for those. And then my other team that's helping me out, Hassan, that's working part of the management team and developing things that we do to make things greater. Um, my boy Meanie, his name is Meanie. Well, his stage name is Cash. He do a lot of things. Um, my boy Mugga Mace, he's another artist. And a lot of these people is going to be helping me create different things to make a better way, a better path, not just for us, but for other people that want to take on what we're doing. So we can help them as well. That's what this is all about. Um, the House of Refuge Church, they play a big part of what we got going on. They make sure that we get all type of snacks and stuff to take to these schools. We take them to elementary schools. We take them to colleges. Some colleges now got a program where the kids can go in there and get free food so they'll be hungry when they back in their room in their dorms. So we donate to that. And, you know, we're about to reach out to a whole bunch of other colleges, whole bunch of other programs that's doing stuff for kids. My friend Evelina Williams got an organization going on with kids, males preferably, ages 14 to 15, I believe, up in New York. We're getting ready to work with her. We're doing some stuff and take a few guys that's been incarcerated for a long period of time and let them have speech, you know, do speakings with the kids. And we're going to do that in any other place that will have us and let us do that. Because it's a very important thing to do right now at this point. Because the kids is far gone. They out there in them streets and thinking that the guns and when they wake up, their ops is the next thing they need to see if they know where they at to go get them. They wake up out they sleep, put their clothes on to go blow somebody's brains out. Our young kids is thinking like that. That's way out of control right now. And it's hard to reach them when they got their mind set on something and their mind made up with doing that type of activity every day. When they could be somewhere doing basketball, volleyball, swimming classes, or learning a trade. They don't want to do that. They want to learn how to bust them guns like the other shooter did. They want to get that name. Oh, here comes so-and-so. You know, don't play with him. He a shooter. That word shooter is so popular now, and it make a person feel like they Superman. It make them feel it strokes their ego when you can have people say that to you. It's like a big compliment. But it's not. When the police come and get them, it's not a compliment no more. A lot of them don't want to be a part of what they repping no more once they behind them bars. And it's mainly too late. We really can't help you then. But we don't give up on the kids because jail is it's really for rehabilitating. Not to go in there just because you are a killer and or just a crazy person. Even rapists, man, they need rehabilitation because their mind is all the way screwed up to be worried about raping anybody, grown people, little kids, all of the above. But we got to try and do something to save our kids right now. Overall, they killing and doing everything else. Rapists, I don't really know too much about none of that. And I don't want to sound biased to it, but them type of people is sick in the head and need help. It's just like mental health people talk to themselves and homeless and nowhere to go. That's a problem. It's sad. But it's sad all the way around the board. with anything that's a problem that affect our culture. And I'm speaking for our culture right now. So I want to get into something. I was watching the Drink Champs, and Memph Bleek. I seen the one with Memph Bleek. I'm gonna get into the one with Memph Bleek first. I want to say thumbs up to Memph Bleek. I never met him all the times I've been down to Rockefeller, running with Dame, or just down there running with my boy Jay Black. I never got a chance to meet Memph Bleek, but you'll wonder, how, after the breakup and all that stuff, how so secure he is in solidified situation with Jay-Z. The whole, he been there from day one. And a lot of other people that was part of that. He's really not there no more. Memph is like one of the day ones that was with Jay-Z. Now, a lot of people say that a lot of cats is around Jay-Z be kissing ass, kiss Jay-Z ass, and just to make him smile, make him happy. So now I'm listening to the Memph Bleek interview, and I really want to say, homie, really give it up the way it's supposed to. Homie really speak his truth, speak the truth. He ain't hold back no punches about nothing, and he has a big respect factor for Jay-Z. And my point is, when you are at that age bracket, you have a respect factor for a person that puts you in position. I commend him on that. But I also commend him on, he don't bite his tongue. He'll tell you how he joke with Jay. What up, you bum ass nigga? Yo, that verse was whack, man. Yo, the average person would be over there, yo, oh, Jay, yo, nah, that's hot, and not give it to him real. But he spoke about that. He spoke about a lot of things, that he don't get no special privileges with Jay-Z and all that. He's not looking for no special privileges. He doing what he do. He play his day-to-day role, his day-to-day diligence. He just be himself. And see, brothers like that, you gotta respect them. You gotta give him his thumbs up, or anybody that move just like that. You gotta give them their thumbs up, man. And that's the problem. We don't like to compliment when a person is doing right or is correct about something. We don't like to give them props. But if y'all watch the interview on Drink Champs, he just give it to you raw. He didn't sugarcoat nothing and try to make a situation look like Jay-Z wasn't or was just such this good, high, mighty person. He spoke of Jay-Z as, a big brother, and as a normal person to him. That's how it goes. We look at these celebrities like they are gods or something, and they regular people just like us. They just do different things, and some things is done on a high level. So I wanted to give homie his flowers. Y'all go check that out, because it's good to watch and it's interesting to know and understand. My point about it is that the brother treats a person on that next plateau with respect. Don't get that twisted. But, just the same as how it was when they first met. And that's probably one of the reasons why Jay-Z got a lot of love and a lot of respect for him, man. So, big up to homie, and big up to whatever he got going on in his endeavors. A brother like him always gonna be prosperous because he be himself. And that's all what counts out here. being yourself. Don't be what nobody else wants you to be, and don't do what you think somebody wants you to do for them or praise them just because of the level that they on. That's even a turn off for that person, whether y'all know it or not. They'll look at you like, man, this nigga stay ass kissing, but won't say it to you. But that's in their mental. You thinking like, the more you ass kissing, the more they gonna like you. Nah, trust me, it don't work like that. So another Drink Champ episode I was watching. My boy Special Ed, great dude. I got a lot of respect for Special Ed. I met him through my boy D Funch, and he treated me like a brother the first time I ever met him. Invited me to his house for his son's birthday party. We had a good time. We hung out there. And my boy talented. He know how to build those patio decks that you got in your backyard and a whole bunch of other things. He's a real handyman type guy. His deck was built fly, like looked like some of them people that's them real craftsmen came up in there and built this deck, and he did it on his own, real fly. So he was on the Drink Champs joint, and they asked him something about, the rap, the hip hop world now. He broke it down with his opinion. He was stating that, who is that? Joe the Beast. What's up? Everybody say I look like Snoop Dogg. They say I look like Joel Santana. Joel's that's my boy, man. Great dude. Great dude. Man, they say, man, him look like Snoop is a great dude too. I did a reality show with Snoop Dogg through my brother's segment. My brother Dame Dash. Voice of Reason. What up? I'm from New York. I'm from Harlem. Bangladesh. What's up, Bangladesh? Salute to y'all over there, man. So yeah, Nori was, excuse me. Special Ed was up there. Nori asked him a question. One of them asked a question about, the hip hop thing. And his thing was, he's saying that hip hop is, has been poisoned basically since when NWA first came out. NWA kind of set the tone to bring in that rap world of violence, that violence rap world. So, it's been an ongoing thing with Corrupt and Daz and all them, got him on the phone behind that. And, he's still not backing down from what he was saying. But first, Ice-T was the first one to be talking tough and wilding and, with that gangster rap. And you remember he had the one, something about the police. Ice-T had the one, something about the police, kill the police or something. And he had a lot of controversy from that, a lot of flack. Now, the difference in that with with Ice-T joint, he was big. He was a big artist. He took off and got a lot of traction behind that. But when NWA came out as a group, they took it to the next level. So my thing is this though, and they want, everybody still want to say we don't hear the rap like KRS-One was bringing, conscious rap, positive rap. You got the Rakims, that was, the Big Daddy Kanes. Nobody was talking about all that shoot 'em up, kill 'em up, and all that stuff back then. And Special Ed was basically trying to say that That's what tapped into our youth. That kill 'em up music tapped into our youth and made people start rapping about kill 'em up and all that type stuff, style of rap. Now we gotta think though. We grew up on NWA. So us growing up on NWA, we wasn't thinking about going outside killing up everybody because of NWA. And like I said before, you got that karate movies with the swords and all that. We wasn't thinking about going outside chopping somebody and trying to kill them. You had the Western movies. Even though our moms and pops used to probably watch the Western movie with all the shoot 'em up and killings and all that. Then they have a lot of other movies with killings and all that that's involved that we could say is an influence. But I get it. Rap is our culture. So it's like when you see one of us in a video and we doing things, we want to do what that person is doing. So that's more closer and intimate to us to make our kids want to do that. So, but we didn't get caught up in that. So what's got to be understood about rap? Rap changes. I don't think that they think that rap was gonna stay the same with rapping like it's different rap styles. So it's just like a clothing line. Clothing line don't stay the same. They switch the clothes up every year. Some of it to the point where girls is showing so much skin, you want to call them whores. Excuse my language. But it might just be something that's real dressy, short little skin that still really ain't nothing bad, but somebody gonna have their opinion on it. Anyway, you got cars. Cars switches up every year. Different style, different look, a different accessory added to it. So that's what became of rap. It just switched up. That's it. But NWA opened the doors to speak how you want to speak. And what's crazy to the police is they thought it was going to be backlash and make people start attacking them. But once they knew that people still feared the police, but it was transforming some people to actually do what they hear rappers say, like these pills. They want to take pills. They want to take lean. See, that's the new era now. And they still talking, they talk, but that don't mean they supposed to listen to all that bang, bang, shoot 'em up. But see, now this is the problem. What happens now is the kids that grew up, parents gone in jails, no real following, or no real home training where they got to listen to the father, whatever. They got the chance to do what they want to do. So now some of these guys took this internet and blew up off the internet. Soulja Boy showed everybody how to blow up off the internet and how to put yourself in certain places and, market it on the internet. So now, being that, talking tough and I bust you down with the gat, 2 shots in your head and this and that, that was being said for years. Even after NWA came out with freedom of speech rap and speaking their mind and saying it how they want to say it. It's just on the streets. Like when we was young, we used to say, man, police roll up, we cursing the police out. Fuck y'all, fuck you, whatever, whatever. And whatever happens, they lock you up, grab you, whatever. But we spoke our mind. But NWA put it in music. And what made it blow up is because it was different to our ears, different to our eyes. Because now we actually see somebody rapping this shit saying, fuck the police, fuck the police. That was kind of like, whoa, they really making records like that? So it was a shock value of them coming out as a group and saying what they were saying. And you gotta admit the music was hot. So you got hot music and speaking what you want to say about the police. but then still telling stories in their music about their culture, what people could relate to. So now, yes, rap gonna change to another level, to another style, another form. But if we had a real stronghold on our kids, the same way when we was growing up, we knew not to get out there and dictate what nobody talking about on no records or what they do on videos and films. So yes, it's the music, and no, it's the music. I can agree to disagree, and you know the uh the debate that Special Ed and Dad's Corrupt and a few other guys was on the panel was talking about. I get it, but what's really happening now, being that our kids do want to go ahead and want to make their music and blow up. While they making their music and they blowing up, doing it, being successful behind it, doing it, they really actually not just rapping about it and doing it in the videos, they actually going outside and doing it now. This is the problem. This is a whole nother shift of the culture in hip hop. Yes, NWA spoke what they spoke about what's happening in their neighborhood, and they saying fuck the police because they tired of police doing effed up stuff to us. And our music is loud and it spreads. So that's what the police was fearing. And now these young cats that don't pay no OGs, no attention no more, doing what they want to do. They don't think it's real until they get caught. Then they want to, I ain't doing that no more. I ain't rolling with that organization no more. I ain't doing this. But it's too late. But then they already left the poison out there with a few of their up and coming peers that's been learning what they know. So their up and coming peers is looking at them inside of that jail and saying, damn, he gonna just denounce us like that and just leave us like that? Man, I'm still rolling. F that. See, they don't believe it until they get in there. Because it's only real once you really inside of there. It's only real when you really touching that metal bed, that small, thin mattress. So the more they put us out in there, the more that's out there that's still recruiting other young boys, and which is their peers. And a lot of us is still behind them bars because we getting put behind bars and taken away from our family because the government created a system called snitch. Black people, we already don't stick together in our culture more than anything. So who cares about sending one another to jail? We worried about who get $1 first, who getting money first. Yeah, the Beat, they podcast is tough, man. Real tough. I love their podcast. Appreciate that, man. Know the ledge. Yeah, we had a good interview last night, man. I appreciate that. So yeah, so now that snitch thing has been created, and it puts all of us, or should I say, our culture put a lot of good people behind bars, because a lot of people's in jail, they ain't even touched drugs, and they in there for 15, 20 years. Now that person is gone, and they little seed gonna grow up. Their young son or daughter gonna grow up without that father figure in there. And then they're gonna take to the streets and learn that stuff. Then they're gonna listen to the music, because now they took the music and they ain't just talking about shooting up and telling stories and killing and all that. No, now they don't really tell stories. NWA normally was telling stories and stuff like that with their music. Nobody was jumping out the window doing that. Now the young guys took it and flipped it to where they want. It's called that drill music. They on demon time. And now they actually go out and kill and then come back and talk about it. That's a whole nother level, man. So I get what Special Ed saying that the seed was planted, but that just because they was talking how they want to talk, speaking about our culture, KRS speak about our culture, but he just say it in a different manner. He even has something saying "fuck the police." KRS-One did too. Now, let's don't forget that part. But you know that rap style not savvy the way the new rap styles are. So it switches up. Just like I said with clothes. We're not gonna wear the same clothes because it look outdated. We won't wear the new style that whatever brand made that we wear. They come out with something new. So rap is the same thing. So now when we snitching, we putting all our people away. People is going to jail for stuff they don't even touch drugs. People are going to jail just because an officer get on the stand and lie, and the judge gonna believe him because the police always say, based on my experience, I could tell when a person crossed the street wrong. Knowing you crossed the street the correct way, but you go to jail and then you got to figure your way how to fight and get out of it. That was just an example. They utilize it for drugs. Look how many people is in jail for a murder they didn't commit. They don't care about who really killed the person. They care about the person that they got right in front of them that they can stick it to. After they stick it to them, get a conviction, they shaking hands, and then when it's time to vote them in to be the head DA or the head sheriff, after they don't violate somebody's rights, sent them to jail, they happy that they still in office to get that check that they get every year. But somebody's in jail for something they didn't do, and the real killer's still out there. But they still putting us away. That's why I always speak. This snitch stuff is a problem. We ain't saying don't snitch so people can be able to hustle and don't go to jail. We saying don't snitch, don't do a crime so you don't have to do the time. You don't have to talk to nobody about snitching. But we always need to talk about snitching and say snitching is not good. But we don't need to be making up, because a lot of people chiming in now and using that snitch word. Oh, he a snitch, he a snitch, she a snitch, she a snitch, and don't even be knowing half of what they talking about. They're utilizing it now freely just to call somebody that assassinates somebody's character and run with narratives that they don't even know or understand the culture of that, of the snitch world, or they just using it to say it to sound like they talking about something. So our culture's in a frenzy, man. It's in a frenzy right now. We got to figure out a way how we going to get the young boys to stop with that killing stuff. We got to learn these laws out here so the police, and we got to stick together so these police can't keep sending us to jail so they can get a good pat on their head or pat on their back. Got to learn them laws. You spit back and spit them laws to them free, real freely, so they understand you are a person that know. And also, like I said, look how many people they put in jail and they done sat 10 years. I know everybody out there done seen somebody just got released after doing 20, 30 years. The DNA came back because now we got DNA things that can help a person. Look at them Central Park boys, man. They had them boys in jail. They went through the time of their life. One of them killed himself, man. And one of them, the only thing that spared them to get them out of jail, and the police was lying on them. Like, that's sad. And it's crazy, the torture and stuff they went through. But one of them went to a jail and ran into the guy that actually did it. How real is that? If God ain't real, and how real is it for him to stand up? Even though he is a rapist, but he was real and stood up and said, man, I got all this time in here. I might as well just let him know I did that too. And that's how them boys got out of jail and came home, man. And that's where we at. We in these jails for things that we didn't do. Or we need to worry about trying to change these laws that the police having with all these conspiracies they putting on people and letting other people figure out, you know, get on the stand and say something about a person they don't even know this person from Adam, just so the police will cut their time down. They can win the case. The DA look good, get voted in next year to be the head of the district attorney's office. That's crazy. That can actually happen to people like us. We got to figure that out. Them laws got to change for them to be able to tell a person, this is what you need to know. Give them a description of where the person hang out, where he used to live at, who his friends was, and all that stuff, what kind of cars he drive, times he be at certain places, and they go back to their jail cell, write it down and memorize it, and then they call him to the stand and bring him on the stand, and he could spit it fluently like he remembered a rap and talk about a person he never even knew from Adam and make the jury think that this man knew this person from Adam. Not only that, they use a criminal that would probably know a person and want to tell on a person just so he can get out of jail, because they want the other person more than they want him. So they can use a criminal that will say anything to get out of jail, that has no morals, no nothing. And they getting away with it. We need to get some laws changed with all that stuff. But the beginning of it all, we're going to have to stick together and get these laws changed, man. And we're going to have to try to have these young boys stop the process of what they're doing, because they are really tomorrow, the tomorrow versions of us. And if we don't stop it now, the cycle going to continue. They're going to keep on coming out here, killing each other, going to jail. Police paint the pictures that they want to. They're not going to listen to us if our culture keep killing up stuff. That's why you get the average white person, see a black man somewhere around them, and they don't see nobody around to save them. They think everybody's a bad black guy. Not knowing that guy that's around them probably would save their life, most humble person. But they look at us all the same. Especially if you have dreads or braids, they really scared of you. And I met so many humble guys with braids and with dreads, wouldn't hurt a soul unless you bothered them. I met some guys who won't even hurt a soul because they're not even into the violent stuff and all that. They just wear dreads for the culture. They feel it make them look good. And same thing as braids. We got a lot to work on out here, man. So, the Beat139, we did a lot of talking last night as much as possible. We touched back on a lot of old things. And then there's some other things that I needed to address that I didn't really get a chance to. So I'm going to go back up there and do a few other things, because there's some brothers out here that need to be addressed. Maybe some sisters too that need to be addressed with things that they doing, that they acting as if they are helping the culture, and they really not. Because they painting pictures that is negative for their own benefits, for their own reasons. And they need to stop it. And a lot of people is egging it on, smiling, or thinking like, or putting the battery in them type of people back, saying they support that and don't even know what they supporting and why. Like they brainwashed. The brain is a terrible thing to waste, man. And before I stand behind anything or anybody, I'm going to know what I'm standing behind. I'm going to really analyze what are they doing and why. And let me see something that they are doing. So now when they talking that talk, but they ain't walking that walk, that automatically shows me what type of person that is. Ain't nobody could just trick me like that. And I'm sure there's millions of other people out there in that world that feel the same way I feel, and you can't trick them neither. But those ones probably don't even listen to these type of people, but the ones that do, I feel sorry for y'all, man. Mentally. Your mental is bugged out. And that's dangerous for yourself and your family, because you'll let anybody come into your world and tell you the sky is orange and you'll believe it when it's blue clear as day. But you don't care because it might make you feel good just looking at it. I don't know. Or you just want to have something to cling on to. But it's crazy. And we got a lot to work on out here, people. For real, but big shouts out to the Beat139, man. Really appreciate that. Got more to come. I'm about to hit a lot of other podcasts up because I got a lot of talk. I ain't even scratched the surface, man. I ain't even scratched the surface, man. And that's a big fact. So y'all get ready. Your boy Big Boosie. I'll see y'all on the next one, man. I'm gonna pick a day. I'm gonna start going live at a certain time so everybody could chime in at the same time and we had these good conversations, man. So y'all be ready, all right? Boy Big Boosie, Street Knowledge Podcast. See y'all in a minute.